Trying to define yourself is like trying to bite your own teeth. Alan Watts. All of us are already on the journey back to truth. It doesn't matter the path we take, because no matter where we are at or how it looks, we are all on our own timeline of being led back to truth. Returning back to ourselves is the pathway of embodying our most authentic self within this lifetime. It is the art of becoming the human the universe intended us to be. When we choose to devote ourselves to this pathway, we become devoted not only to ourselves, but to the planet, to the universe, and all of its beings. It is a spiral journey that guides us deeper and deeper to the truth within ourselves. Everything you need is already within you. I'm on my own unique pathway towards my own truth, acting only as a mirror for you to see your own truths. I refuse to live my life asleep, allowing my illusions and fears to control the outcome of my life. This is not the fate I desire, and the fact that you are here tells me you feel the same. The desire to live within truth and authenticity is the spark that will set a raging fire to the soul. The world needs you, all of you. It is time for you to be here and do what you came to do, which is simply to become yourself.
The womb space, also known as Svadhisthana in Sanskrit, or the sacral chakra. I prefer to call it the womb as it connects me back to my own source, creation, life, and power. Everyone has a womb space, even if you don't carry a physical womb in your body. It is our connection to God, source, void, and the divine feminine, and we all have the ability to tap into that. There is so much information about the womb and her mysteries. I hope today that I can just plant a seed of womb wisdom within you that will inspire you to continue to expand your relationship with the womb throughout the rest of your life. Building a connection with the womb has been such a profound teacher in connecting with myself, this planet, and the cosmos. This chakra is the space of creativity, sexuality, birth, release, life force, Shakti energy, pleasure, and cycles. Through connecting to your womb, you connect to the deep power of the divine feminine that has been suppressed for thousands of years. You connect to the power of Mother Earth that extends out into the cosmos. We can learn our own cycles and how they connect with the earth, the moon, and the stars. We can swim in the waters of our own power and creativity. We can birth into this physical reality our visions and dreams. We can release all things that no longer serve us so we can step completely into our own divine power. As we go through these teachings, I encourage you to look within for your own wisdom, your own cycles, your own teachings, and your own source of creativity. I invite you to build your own relationship to her, whatever that may look like. I invite you to open up to receive all the love and magic that is available to you. The wisdom of the womb is always available for us. All we have to do is slow down and listen. Silence, stillness, and slowness is what will guide us back to her. All is within her, and all is born from her. Through the spiral of return to self, the womb takes us back to earth. As we connect with the earth in this space, we are shown the connection between the cycles and seasons of the earth and the stars. We count our years with journeys around the sun, our months with the lunar cycles. We are deeply affected by each season. The womb bleeds with the moon, releasing what is no longer needed to create space for new life. Just as the leaves of the trees fall in autumn to decompose into nourishing soil for new life in spring, we too can shed what is no longer needed to bring new growth and life within. Through this death and rebirth process, we can alchemize and transmute our shadow into something beautiful and nourishing for our soul, integrating it into the whole. As Carl Jung says about the shadow, one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. Our shadow represents the parts of ourselves that have been repressed and locked away into the unconscious realms. Instead of going away, the shadow grows, acting out unconsciously, oftentimes projecting itself onto the people around us. Some obvious shadowy elements may include anger, fear, vengeance, control, shame, competitiveness, jealousy, laziness, lust, etc. But it can also manifest in ways of feeling small, the critical voice that lives in our heads, or even within the judgment we place on others. As we bring awareness to our thoughts and shadows through the second gateway of the crown and third eye, we can begin to alchemize through the womb. My favorite tool of alchemy is through creation. Our sacral chakra is where our creative force resides. My favorite way to process and move through the shadow is through creating art. The beauty of art is that it comes in so many forms: painting, drawing, dancing, singing, writing, poetry, cooking, the list goes on. I try to allow myself to create and move freely without the restrictions of the mind. This looks like intuitive dancing and movement, free drawing, writing poetry, even if it sucks. It truly is more about the act of creating, rather than focusing on the outcome. So many of us hold ourselves back from creating because we don't feel that it will be good enough, or we have high standards of perfection. Even if it is uncomfortable at first, do it anyways. Create solely for the purpose of creating. Creation is a gift that every single one of us has access to. The world needs more art and alchemization of the darkness. Here are some questions you can ask yourself to dive deeper into this gateway. How can you move or dance your way through your shadow? How can you write or paint through your darkness? What does it sound like to sing or speak your truth into existence? How can you use your own form of creation to alchemize your shadow? What cycles are you experiencing in your life right now, within yourself and within nature? What do you need to let go of at this time in your life? What is being created and reborn through this death? There is so much to share about the womb and its teachings. I could honestly do a series on this topic alone, but the purpose of Return to Self is to guide you back to your own knowing, your own truths, and your own self-discovery, not for me to tell you what to do and how to do things. I'll leave in the description below some of my favorite books and resources that have really good information about the womb and the sacral chakra. I encourage you to take the time to learn more about the womb and the sacral chakra, to reconnect back to the earth cycles as well as your own cycles, and bring light to your shadow and create what your soul yearns to create. I would like to end this video with one of my own creations. It is a poem I wrote when I visited Costa Rica. I found myself reflecting on a medicine ceremony I had in the past, where I was shown intense amounts of shadow within myself and also some of the darker shadows that exist in this world. I found it painful to even see these things, but I began to see the alchemical process of how witnessing the shadow can bring light to even the darkest places. The poem is called The Witness. The witness knows it's not her place to heal, to fix, or save. All she does is look. She stares into the eyes that do not want to be seen. She stares at the pain others will not face. But it is not her job to change the ugliness, the chaos, the wreckage, the grief, the blood, the mess. Even though her body aches from all the pain she has seen, and even though her soul cries with the infinite cries she has heard and seen, she does this because she knows her eyes are the vehicles for the light to illuminate the darkest places. And through that light, God can finally exist. That is why she smiles as she witnesses, because through her eyes, the light can finally exist within the darkness.